Good morning, people. Whew, what a day. It actually looks better than it is because it is flipping cold. It's raining. About 7 or 8 degrees outside at the moment, so yeah, beanie weather, jacket, and well, the heater will be going on. I won't be out here long, I'll be out here there we go, flaming lock. Won't be out here long, and well, where did I leave off last time? Yay! I've actually got the top done. Let's just brush this off. The auxiliary pads, or the extra pads put on the back of it to tie together, it's doweled together, pinned in place, and it's pretty rock solid. And now I've got to pull it all apart again. The reasoning being that when I did it, the pins aren't quite deep enough, the holes, because they're not deep enough, and I'm going to have to pull the wee fence off and the plenum chamber, the dust collection box, because I'm going to remake the top part of it. Everything else works actually pretty good. No, I don't want long fences. I don't like long fences for practical reasons. For me, at least, if I've got a short, accurate fence, well, that's all the only area I can push the item, timber, up against. If I had a piece of timber that had a slight curve in it, a longer fence would just get in the way and could actually be dangerous for the use of the saw. So I don't like long fences. If your item is nice and straight, well, have as long a fence as you want. But no. If I wanted a long fence for whatever reason, I can put one in, because I can make up the item. Now let's just grab something to replicate my thinking so you can understand what I'm talking about. But let's just say this is a fence that I need to have put in place. I come along here and the fence needs to be down here for some reason. Not pointing the camera very well, am I? Put it in place, put my pins in, and there I've got my fence sitting in the correct position. If I've got everything aligned properly, and that looks pretty darn good actually. This is a 50mm wide piece of timber with a hole in the center, meaning its edge is in line with this edge of between the two panels, so this panel, which is registered to the fence. So, yippee. If I need a stop of some description like that, I can put my pins in and I've got a stop. Don't need much more than that, do I? Why would I have a stop set specifically at that position? Don't ask me, but really what it could be, that's generally where I want the stop to be, and I've got an adjustment, not unlike this one here, in the stop. This is quite a robust stop, so is this, so let's just take that out. I'm just making all this up as I go, but I can put my pin in there, that goes in, that drops in, and now I've got my stop that's adjustable there, and it's not tied to a fence or anything else. So the flexibility of having the Sketchy Builder top on your miter saw is not unreasonable, to have. Perhaps consider yourself. Rock solid. You can bang things up against it. I suggest you don't do that, but you can bang things up against it, and it's not like one of the lever type ones where you might bend or break it. So, and by the way, this was effectively free because I'm just making use of already existing components. So that's not a bad thing, I would suggest. The next thing I'm going to do, and I've talked about it several times already, so it's a little bit of regurgitation of the information I've already covered, but that's to make a pivot arm, or so that's nice and registerable in there. That's the first time I've done that, so that's good. These are actually what I call the wriggle pins. They're the same dimension as a bench dog in diameter, so there is a little bit of play. That one over there is a no wriggle pin. It's a firm fit equivalent of a bench dog, but nonetheless, for ease of describing what I'm doing, these are better. So I put my pin in there and I can pivot it round. I can put it there, pivot it round, put it wherever I deemed necessary for the job at hand. One of the ideas was to get some like this 25mm custom wood put on the side there, because when I put the pin in the second hole that I've got drilled plus the 25mm of the actual custom wood, that's the zero line of the side of the saw. Yippee. As I now move it back, I need a little radius or an adjustable fence this way, which I think I may do. But now I've got a radial arm able to be used on the saw in this configuration, and I can drop down and cut my very precise and very acute angled pieces, which are required, and I've talked about that for a couple of videos, where there are instances where I'll need maybe a 5-degree cut on this axis of the timber. No miter saw will do that without a jig. This is the jig, and how simple is it? Because you can just reposition it in the different holes for the cuts that you may require. What are they? No idea. But by being able to reposition the arm maybe quite further away, I can get a wider piece in here to cut that mitre on the edge of it. So yeah, it's better than having a single fixed pivot where you kept on having to move the item further and further off the top. Whereas if I can move my arm, I can move it down here for whatever reason and have my item sitting in here. I can pivot it round and cut the required angle wherever it needed to be. So, good idea? Well, I think so. You say, oh David, but you've got them every 25mm, how would you know where the cut's going to fall? Well, of course you don't, and you would have to have some facility to accommodate, the cut on the item that you want to the line that you want. So there is that. Is it possible with this approach? Yes, it is. Thank you for asking, because the rail, or the fence, sorry, can have adjustments on it, some fine tuning. So already thought of that. And you may not even be aware of what I'm talking about. Hey, nothing's changed then, has it? But there's situations where I can envision having a wide panel with a taper on it, and that wide panel may want to be positioned here, and that affords you the surface area to support the panel while you're cutting it in this position here, if you follow that at all. But just making the top as user-friendly and flexible as is possible. And this is definitely a step in the right direction. I have gotten out somewhere, and I don't know where I've put it. I've got an aluminium angle that can be positioned on left or right, quite long, and it is its own, like its base and upstand. I like that because it's in its 90 degrees, which is good. But making them out of custom wood affords me a little bit of flexibility that the aluminium doesn't. So, that tunability and customizing the arm is not a bad thing. So, quite happy with that. Going to come out here in probably about half an hour's time and redo that. The box, going to put smaller holes in the top and more of them to capture that bit of dust. maybe a little bit of an upstand of some hair, just to stop the dust that gets flung off the teeth. So yeah, all in all, not too bad. Do away with that hole, not necessary. Thought I'd be clever and have a left and right option. It's really not necessary. I'm staying with this side for the duct. It's out of the way of the mechanism on this side, so a little bit more understandable to have it that side. And with that, I'm going to end it and go inside because it's flipping cold out here. What is the temperature, by the way? 3 degrees. Yep, 3 degrees. What's that? It's about 30. What is it? Oh, about 37 degrees in funny people's temperatures. So, yeah. For a long time, I used to swap between the Fahrenheit and the Celsius, but now, yeah, not so much. I still do that with the measurements, though. I still talk about something that's, 6 inches or something instead of 150 millimetres. But, yeah, there you go. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. Now you do. Oh, yes. Tidy up required. Yes, I know the chap that commented about my untidy workshop. Hey, still untidy. And probably in another week's time, it'll be tidied and untidied again. Anyway, happy with that. Got a little bit of trimming to do. Just want to trim a bit off of that. Want to leave it hanging over the cabinetry to allow clamping along the edge there. I hadn't realised that might have been a good thing, but so, yeah, I lucked in there, so, yippee. Yeah, and make some arms up for the mitre saw. Rightio, that's it, I'm off. Going inside to probably light the fire. It's not even midday yet. Right, I'll see you later now. Bye.